All right, guys, so the question is, at front foot strike, what is the most optimal position for your arm? Yeah, for your throwing arm to be in. I'll kind of just actually take this question as if it's most optimal positioning with everything. And again, I don't like to talk about positionings, because I think when people hear positionings, the way that they perceive that word is very like a robotical positioning thing. And if you think about positions throughout a delivery that takes like 2.1 seconds to complete, I think it could take away natural athleticism. So if I do say positioning, I apologize, but just to answer this question. So essentially with the throwing arm, is what I look for is a timing mechanism pre-front foot plant, approaching front foot plant of hip fully getting into internal rotation, while this hand and this throwing arm is coming up into that arm raise, cocked and loaded position right about 45 with some scap retraction. So you're seeing, you know, a guy internally rotated, trail hip, you know, internally rotated, and then counter rotation of the trunk, throwing arm, now not fully up or moving into the throw or the elbow positioning here, but I like 45. So that way you have front foot plant, and now you can create some more energy with that throwing arm into that spiral, that elbow spiral, if you will, while you're still sequencing kinetic energy. So what was I going to say? Throwing arm, I talked about that. And then also a key contributor here is the glove side as well. At front foot plant, you see a lot of guys, and again, I'll just go off guys that I watch a lot, you know, Clemens, Scherzer, Cole, Verlander, Nolan Ryan, Kershaw, all these guys, they come down front foot plant, arm in a good position here, counter rotation, hips into rotation, and they still hold direction with their glove side. So you'll see guys like right about here, 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 but you never see this at front foot plant, right? So that's what we talk about with guys that have that misdirection with their drive leg, and then that lead, gosh, I can't talk, that lead arm, that glove arm is going to want to aggressively pull, and that's usually when we see that glove side fly out. So at front foot strike, I'm looking for some of those things that I just mentioned from a guy. Obviously everyone's going to move a little bit differently, but when we're looking at commonalities, the other thing is head positioning and trunk positioning. We want to create momentum, but we don't want to have this head fly out too much and get what I would call like a hand disconnection or arm disconnection away from your body, right? So we'll see this. I don't particularly like this. I like controlling head posture, you know, pretty much center mass. So, all right, cool. Good question. Hopefully that helps.